But first, I want to get to the the Republican House of Representatives informant who is going to blow the whistle, explode everything on the corrupt, filthy, rotten, dirty Biden administration, right? Well, federal prosecutors in New York have indicted this dumb shit on a host of charges coming from what the prosecutors say was his unregistered advocacy of Chinese causes. In other words, he was a Chinese spy. This figures. While he was trying to sell weapons on behalf of a Chinese company to a number of foreign countries, including Iran, this is the Republican informant, whistleblower. His name is Gal Luft. He has dual Israeli and American citizenship, and he's a co-director of the Institute for the Analysis of Global Security. He was also charged, this dumb shit was charged with violating Iranian sanctions, making false statements to federal agents. This is according to an indictment that was handed down last November, and it was just unsealed Monday. So now we know about the House Republicans' big whistleblower. He's a goddamn Chinese spy, which figures. I mean, who else would these Republican filth use? Huh? Who else? Now, right now, this Luft character, he's 57. He's a fugitive, according to prosecutors. He was arrested on the charges in Cyprus in February, but he posted bail and took off. Of course. And in recent months, this jackoff has made headlines by alleging that the Biden family received payments from Chinese nationals tied to a Chinese intelligence ring, and that Hunter Biden, the president's son, had a mole inside the FBI, and the moon is made out of green cheese, and rats talk to each other at night in English. These people are knuckin' futs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they really are crazy. This is what happens. Apparently, the proof, as Grandma used to say, is in the pudding or in the eating. This is what happens when they are absorbed, swallowed, devoured by Christian fascism. This is it. You're looking at it. I'm not talking about Luft. I don't give a shit about Luft. He's a hustler, just like a grifter, just like Trump. But I'm talking about these Republicans, like the House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer, this dumb shit from Kentucky. He told Newsmax last week, before this indictment was unsealed, that Gal Luft was, quote, very credible, end quote. And Representative Comer stood by that characterization yesterday to reporters. He's very credible. While he added that, I've never spoken to him. Oh, Jesus, God. So it has been Luft, the whistleblower, which is bullshit, who has made headlines by alleging in just insane public statements promoted by these House Christian fascists about the Biden family. And, of course, media has been reporting this, especially right-wing media, and prosecutors who have gone after this son of a bitch and eventually will get him. They say that he's been engaged in, quote, multiple international criminal schemes, end quote, spanning years. This is the Christian fascist House of Representatives Oversight Committee whistleblower, who's really going to expose the Biden family, right? The U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams, said, quote, referring to Luft, quote, he subverted foreign agent registration laws in the United States to seek to promote Chinese policies by acting through a former high-ranking U.S. government official. I wonder who that could be. He acted as a broker in deals for dangerous weapons and Iranian oil. He told multiple lies about his crimes to law enforcement. End quote. Now, that's just the tip of the iceberg with this son of a bitch. The indictment also says he struck a $350,000 a year deal with the head of a non-governmental organization affiliated with a Chinese energy company in 2015 to come to this country and promote Chinese propaganda as well as spy. He was later tasked with working to recruit and educate a, quote, former high-ranking U.S. government official, end quote, to make public statements that were in China's interest for a fee. The indictment also says that this official became, quote, an advisor to then President-elect Donald Trump in 2016. You know, when the full story on this orange son of a bitch Trump is finally revealed, I mean, we're all going to stand and look at each other and say, how in the hell did somebody as corrupt and filthy as Trump manage to get to the presidency? Oh, my God. Now, you're probably wondering who the former official is. Well, the indictment, which identifies that official only as individual one, it refers to pro-China articles written by, oh my God, James Woolsey. Now, Woolsey was the director of the CIA from 1993 to 1995 under Bill Clinton. And he joined the Trump campaign as a senior advisor before the 2016 election. And he also worked on the Trump transition team. That's according to public records. Now, when contacted, Woolsey and none of his filthy representatives had any comment to the Washington Post. Now, this, or NBC, which is where this article comes from. Now, back to the spy, the whistleblower, the little angel that the Republicans were about to dump on the world to show how corrupt Biden is. Luft also, quote, conspired with others and attempted to broker illicit arms transactions with, among others, certain Chinese individuals and entities and foreign countries, including Libya, the United Arab Emirates, and Kenya. Boy, this little son of a bitch was just, man, he makes Trump look like a piker. These deals took place, according to the indictment, from 2014 to 2017, and the munitions that this rotten, murderous bastard was trying to broker included bombs, rockets, grenade launchers. Mr. Luft also allegedly worked on a plan for China to buy Iranian oil despite U.S. sanctions against Iran. The indictment says he instructed a co-conspirator to identify the oils coming from Brazil, not Iran. So this guy has Israeli citizenship. He can't be a Jew. He's got to be a Christian. Only Christians come up with this insane crap. Christian fascists, you know what I'm saying. I'm not talking about you if you're a Christian. What else? Mr. Luft in the indictment is also charged with making false statements to federal agents when they questioned him about the allegations of arms trafficking and sanctions evasion in an interview in Brussels in March of 2019. And he apparently gave a different account of all this shit to the House Oversight Committee, chaired by the terminally stupid ass white trash hillbilly jackwad James Comer. I'm from Kentucky. Oh my God. Comer tweeted last Friday this: Gal Luft, a very credible witness on Biden family corruption, provided incriminating evidence to 6 officials from the FBI and the DOJ in a meeting in Brussels in March of 2019. We have no reason to believe the FBI and DOJ acted on this information. America deserves answers. End quote, Comer. Well, you dumb hillbilly asshole, you got your answers. That stuff that you said occurred at the meeting in Brussels in March of 2019, which is what Luft told you happened. Actually, what was going on was he was being questioned at the time in Brussels by federal agents about the allegations against him of arms trafficking. Comer, you white trash idiot. I mean, you're as stupid as you look. You're even stupider than Tommy Tuberville over there in Alabama. What the hell is with these southern white men? I mean, so many of them are just dumber than clay. They just, yeah, we got it. We got the goods on the Bidens now. Hell yeah. Even when the indictment is finally unsealed and all of this shit comes to light, these hillbilly dumb white men will just sit there and continue. Well, no, DOJ and FBI, they're full of shit, but I'm telling you the truth. The Lord is my Savior. I shall not want. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. You know, the Progressive Voices Network brings you commercial-free commentary from today's leading progressive radio hosts and pundits, like me, Mike Malloy, 24 hours a day. I'm not your typical old guy from the 80s or the 90s talk radio host, and Progressive Voices is not your typical talk radio network. It's a listener-supported nonprofit with no corporate control whatsoever over our broadcast. So hosts like me, Mike Malloy, are free to rant and scream and carry on about whatever we like. We're often controversial, but we're never boring. Weeknights, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West on the Progressive Voices Network. Always progressive, always on. I'm Mike Malloy. Keep it lit.